Welcome back to Elden Ring, Rune Level 1. My name is Ricky, and this is Juliet, and I have some good news. As you can probably tell, I beat the game. I finally beat Radagon and Elden Beast. And today, I am going to talk about it while I show you footage from me actually beating the game, because I did not record an episode while I did this. Also, I'll share a little of my thoughts on the Rune Level 1 playthrough in general. So, first of all, in order for me to beat this stupid boss, I needed a couple of things. Apparently, I needed Golden Vow. Hadn't been using Golden Vow. That try, I used Golden Vow, and I managed to beat the game with it. But basically, I got the perfect RNG from Radagon and Elden Beast. You know, I didn't get any of Radagon's bullcrap teleporting. Teleported once and went straight into his Hammer Slam. And when I was getting a crit on the third Hammer Slam, and I got the riposte, it was usually straight into Elden Beast. In Elden Beast, I got a lot of great RNG. One of the things that really kept killing me was Elden Stars. Just to be clear, I'm not talking about the beams of light that come from the sky and hit you in a row that you just sprint from. I'm talking about the slow-moving orb. That's Elden Stars. People get those two confused. I don't know what the other move is called, but the slow-moving orb is Elden Stars. He didn't use Elden Stars against me, which was good news. I made it through Radagon without taking a hit. I made it through Elden Beast only taking a couple of knocks. One hit. I think I took one hit. So that's basically how that fight went down, and I have to say I am just ecstatic that it's over. The thing is, when I set out to do this, I genuinely did not expect it to be as difficult as it was, because one of the things that never occurred to me was that I would get one-shot by so many bosses. Like, I knew certain bosses were going to one-shot me. 100% the Draconic Tree Sentinel was going to one-shot me. It does way too much damage and is actively vigor checking you, because you need to have a high amount of vigor to fight the bosses in the capital, which is weird. I'm pretty sure that was their mentality going forward, but like, you don't. I think the Tree Sentinel is actually a harder boss than either of the bosses in the capital. To be very clear, there were very few points in this game where I was like, I think I'm stuck, until we got to the end game. Now, Fire Giant, I never felt like I was stuck against. It was just so close to feeling that way. I didn't feel like I was stuck against the Godskin duo. That didn't take me very long to beat anyway. Malakath was a piece of cake once I was like, I should be critting him and not trying to be fancy. Gideon was Gideon. Frustrating because I didn't get him in the first go. And then you have Godfrey, who I actually just had to learn much better than I ever had, because I never really had to learn Godfrey that much. Usually, I'm just so far away from him that his stupid attacks don't really bother me that much. His ground slams aren't that big of a deal, and I can usually just dodge them because I'm so far away. This time I couldn't really be too far away, so I had to learn how to jump him. I had to learn to do all of that stuff. And even that, it didn't feel like it was insurmountable. It just felt like it was going to be a long time, and just getting the perfect RNG, or summoning Nefali, which is what we wound up doing. And then you have Radagon and Elden Beast. So Radagon truly felt impossible. I tried so many different things to defeat Radagon, and I wound up using Ice Spear. But I did. I even went back to try and learn to parry him again. At some point, I'm going to do a dagger playthrough where we do a lot of parrying, but I'll learn how to parry him then. It'll be a lot easier to parry him when you have 60 vigor than 20 vigor and also take more damage. I tried magic again. I even got dual greatswords because I saw someone do that, and I was like, that's pretty cool. So I grabbed two of the greatswords I had, which is Knight Greatsword and Lord Sword's Greatsword, and I tried using that, power stancing them, and that went about as well as any of the other attempts did. The thing that I was able to consistently do was Ice Spear. I was able to consistently use Ice Spear to break his stance right at the end, to get that riposte, and to move into Elden Beast. Elden Beast was the bigger mystery, because Elden Beast doesn't really have a particularly difficult RNG. It's just hoping and praying that you can figure out how to deal with Elden Stars, which I've never learned how to do because it's never been a big deal, because it wasn't one-shotting me before. Technically, Elden Stars doesn't even one-shot me. It knocks like an eighth of my health down, but you get hit enough times with the little tiny little balls chasing you that, yeah, it'll kill you. So what's next? Here's the good news. Juliet will be back on the channel in our next playthrough. And I gotta say, it is a playthrough that I'm looking forward to doing. It is an idea I just recently got, and I think it's going to be really fun. It will be New Game Plus, but I don't think it will be particularly difficult. I think it'll be more of a fun playthrough versus a difficult playthrough. That will start after we finish our next playthrough, which will be a bow-only run with a different character, and the bow-only run will start soon. This has been Elden Ring, Rune Level 1, and there's really just one thing left to do. I think I just need to end the game. Let us summon Ronnie.
The battle is over, I see. I do solemnly swear to every living being and every living soul. Now cometh the age of the stars. 1,000-year voyage under the wisdom of the moon. Here beginneth the chill night that encompasses all, reaching the great beyond. Into fear, doubt, and loneliness, as the path stretcheth into darkness. Well then, shall we? My fair consort eternal.